What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review. And in this review, we're going to talk about the game Sega Arcade Gallery, which was released for the Game Boy Advance by THQ and Bit Studio. And this is a compilation of four specific arcade classics that was made by Sega. Their Afterburner, Outrun, Space Harrier, and Super Hang-On. And the plot of each game pretty much remains the same, you know what I'm saying, for each of them. In Afterburner, you take control of a F-14 Tomcat fighter jet with the mission of taking out and shooting down enemy jets and stuff like that. And in the Outrun, you drive a Ferrari Testarossa Spider with the goal of reaching one of five destinations and stuff. And in Space Harrier, you pretty much have to take out different creatures, from flying robots to alien pods and stuff like that. And in Super Hang On and stuff, you pretty much, which is pretty much a motorcycle racing game where you try to place first. You know what I'm saying? In one of four continents, which are, of course, Africa, Asia, Europe, and the Americas, which is a combination of both, of course, North and South America and everything. Now, the stages, graphics, and gameplay for each game pretty much didn't change at all, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of pretty much which game you pick, whether it's Afterburner or Space Harrier and stuff like that. Now, in Afterburner, it has 18 stages, and then Outrun, you pretty much choose which route you're going to take to reach one of the destinations. Space Harrier pretty much has 18 stages, where 15 of the 18 stages have pretty much bosses in them. You know what I'm saying? Now, in Super Hang On, you can pretty much pick any continent you want out of the four that's available. You know what I'm saying? Africa, Asia, the Americas, and Europe and stuff. And with each continent, that it has its own like different number of tracks attached to each of them. You know what I'm saying? Africa has 6, Asia has 10, the Americas has 14, and Europe has 18. And they're also connected to a specific difficulty level. You know what I'm saying? Africa is the easiest, or represents the easy difficulty. Asia represents the normal difficulty. The Americas represents the hard difficulty, and Europe represents the expert difficulty and stuff like that. Pretty much all four games pretty much has the same option menus, you know what I'm saying, where you can change the control type, whether it's A, B, or C. You turn the soundtrack and the effects on or off. You can pretty much listen to the soundtrack of each game and the effects to them too, but it's not necessarily effects, but you have to go to, if you want to listen to the effects and the soundtrack to Afterburner, you got to select Afterburner, and so on and so forth with the other three games and everything. Now, if you're not a big fan of handheld consoles from a general standpoint, you can also play Sega Arcade Gallery on the GameCube via the Game Boy Player. So if you have this particular game along with the GameCube and the GameCube Player, you just stick it in the Game Boy Player, and you can just have at it. Now, the graphics and design for each game in Sega Arcade Gallery are excellent, with some very good color palettes and stuff like that. And the controls and gameplay are very good and fluid, you know what I'm saying? And they pretty much retain the fast-paced action of the arcade originals and everything. Plus, the soundtrack is excellent, it's very good, you know what I'm saying? And there really hasn't been no major like deviations when it comes to the soundtrack for like Space Harrier, um, Afterburner and the other two games and stuff. So you don't have to worry about the soundtrack sounding real lame and everything. And I can be honest enough to say that Sega Arcade Gallery is a very good game, and it's one of the best compilation games that was released on the Game Boy Advance and stuff. And as far as the score, I definitely give Sega Arcade Gallery a 10 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? It didn't. There's nothing that's ugly about it. You know what I'm saying? That's nor lame or makes it out to be a major turn place or anything. Just, just that if you're like a fan of the old school Sega games, you know what I'm saying, which include Afterburner, Super Hango, Space Harrier, and Outrun, you will pretty much love Sega Arcade Gallery. You know what I'm saying? I definitely recommend it to anybody who is a retro gamer, also who may not be necessarily a Sega fan too. Now with that being said, you can sound off in the comment section about Sega Arcade Gallery. You know what I'm saying? You can pretty much mention which of the four games that you like. You know what I'm saying? Or that you're a fan of, whether it's Space Harrier, or Super Hango, Afterburner, or Outrun, or whatever the case. Now, with that being said, if you like this video, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. This is your boy, Big Metro Fan 12, signing off.